Cheselbourne is the place of witches and giants. It can be found in the Dorset Downs, and it's a place steeped in folklore and legends. And that's exactly what we're going to look at today on Dorset Uncovered. Of course, starting off with the parish church of St Martin's, where on the tower you can find gargoyles peeping over. It's been restored twice in 1874 and 1924, and it has these beautiful stained glass windows. Unfortunately, it is currently closed, but you can still see the canonical sundial outside. However, the most fascinating thing can be found in the graveyard, as this is the grave of Anne Riggs, I'm going to tell you a bit about now. So there's a lot of supernatural legends about Cheselbourne, but the best one is clearly the one about Anne Riggs. Now, she was accused of being a witch, and it was actually said that a farmer accused her of killing all 9 of his horses. So it meant she was banned from fields and couldn't get firewood. And later, the witch hunter general actually came, and in the kerfuffle, she was killed. Now, she wasn't allowed a Christian burial, and she was buried outside the graveyard. It was only later they actually extended the graveyard, so her grave would be included in it. And if you come to Cheselbourne, you can still find her grave here. It's not the only legend of Cheselbourne, as it's said that giants are buried nearby, and if a cock crows in Cheselbourne, then the stones on top of the grave move. In the 1300s, the village was nearly wiped out by the Black Death, and you can still find a plague pit in the village. But despite this, they managed to survive, and they became very generous in later years. The whole village pulled together in 1666 and raised some money for the Great Fire of London. They also raised money for captives in Algeria and Turkey, so clearly a very generous village. Due to its long history, they also have some great traditions, such as treading of the wheat, where on Palm Sunday, girls would go into the fields and walk over the crops. More recently, in World War II in Campion's Close, some refugees from the Channel Islands actually stayed in the village. I'd highly recommend a visit to the village to immerse yourself in the local folklore. You could visit the River's Arm, which is the local public house, or just to look at the beautiful architecture. If you like this content, then please do follow along.